days. Used to go about, say, I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing. Which means in every system in the world, there's a body of knowledge. There's a body of knowledge in every sector of life. You want to be the best in your own sector, you must understand that the primary thing is for you to do what? Go into the study mood, research mood. The mood where you begin to insist that you want to know at least a little of every other thing. And in the area of where you succeed and build your life, you want to be the best. You have depth in it. That's what places you on the path of leadership, because leadership flows to the one who knows. Leadership flows to the one who knows. In the boardroom, when you know it, leadership comes what? To you. Not the board chairman. It is not the board chairman that leads. It is the one who is always prepared, who is always providing solution on the board. That's the one who leads all the time. That's what we're talking about. So you build a learning system. A learning system means I can learn from anybody till night. Anybody. Even those I consider in lesser positions. I can learn from everyone. I'm open to learning. When leaders are open to the system, then they build learning cultures in their organizations. They build learning cultures in their nations. That's what we're talking about. So we learn from the best of others. Best practices, we learn from them. How do we conduct our elections to make sure it's a free and fair election? We'll have to go and find out who has done it well in another country and sit and learn and reproduce it here with our local context. That's what we're talking about. So if you don't learn, guess what? You're on the path of decline. I asked a question one day in a very senior class I was teaching. I said, how many of you have read 50 books in the last 2 years? Of any sort. I didn't get one hand up. I said 40. None. 30. None. 20. None. 10. 5. 3 people raised their hands. I said, give me the title and the author. Only 2 got it right. So what does that mean? What it means is that, listen, it's a reality. We are busy doing nothing. We are caught up in the activity zone. Busy, busy, busy. Because if you have learned too much, you learn the power of delegation. That your job as a leader is to raise other leaders. And when you raise other leaders, what do? You pour in them what is required. And then you sit back and you do what? You supervise. And you have more time for yourself to develop. That's one of the greatest things we're talking to you about. Number 2, leaders who can think. The 21st century requires leaders who can think. Today, when things are not working, leaders worry. Leaders worry when things are not working. Leaders should stop worrying and start thinking on paper. Why are things not working? Now, in the process of asking those questions, get what? Answers will begin to show up. And I've seen very powerful results. Because you activate a sense of thinking instead of worrying. When you worry, the best you can get is high blood pressure. That's the best you can get. But when you think through, you get results. Thinking is critical. Strategic thinking, critical thinking in every situation. And then we'll be able to make progress. The third element that is critical is the envision system. Visioning system to clarify purpose. Why are you there? And then set the vision for the future. Nations make progress. When Dr. Agabi was speaking, he talked about the concept of visionary leadership. No nation can make progress until vision is clear. In fact, if a man does not have a purpose for waking up, sleeping becomes interesting. So what stretches you as an individual is the quality of vision that is in place. When men and women are visionary, they stretch for impact. You stretch and begin to ensure that things work. And then you promote or elect people. No progress will ever occur. So vision is critical in the 21st century. And those of you who are in class, what I want to see you do is that by the time you already start your classes, I want people to begin to think, what will be my next my next result. What will I do when I'm out of this place? 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And it's all on paper, documented. That is what I'm talking to you about. And then the next thing is that you break it down into planning. When it goes, daily goes, weekly goes. And I can tell you the truth, there are a lot of people who no longer plan again. They wake up in the morning and somebody calls you, let's go and take some beers. What happens? The next thing is that you are heading home. The next thing is that you're going to the beer parlor. And that's an introduction into 4 hours of waste every evening. I know a lot of people in Abuja. If I look around the room, I'm trying to see if somebody's face looks like one of those people. But I won't mention.